Right, everybody, I'm out here in the garage this morning, and well, I'll tell you what, the weather we've been having has been in the high 70s, just really, really nice spring type weather. But this week it kind of went back to normal and below normal a little bit of the temperatures. 'Cause it was 30 something this morning, and it's only going to get to like 52 today, and it's a little breezy outside, so it's going to be kind of cold all week. But anyway, I thought I would shoot this video. This 70 Pontiac Super Stocker, it's not done yet. I wanted to start the video before I put all the sheet metal on. Here's all the sheet metal over here. This all goes on. This is the piece here that will go in and cover the exhaust inside the cab there for the driver, and it's got his little it goes on this way. Got his little mirror on there for him, and then these back pieces here, they cover all that up. Anyway, once that sheet metal's on, you won't be able to see any of that. So I wanted to start the video out before I finish the model to kind of show you what it looked like inside here. It's all done, but like I said, that battery and everything in the back, that'll all be covered up, and everything up in here will be covered up with the sheet metal. But it didn't turn out real bad. If y'all remember my other videos, this whole front section here, it was warped so bad. I had to cut it in two places. You can kind of see it's not really squared all that great. I did the best I could with it. It was just warped so bad. I got the warp out of it, I thought, at one point, but then after I painted it, warp came back. It went right back in there. And on the body now, I started off putting the top decal on at 77 and putting the driver's name up here, and those went on really well. So I thought, man, this is going to look pretty sharp. But late yesterday, I got out here and started putting the other decals on, and the number 77 on the sides. Those decals, they started breaking apart in the water, and I thought, oh man. So I already had the 77 up on top, so I had to get these on the side. They don't look all that great. They're broken up, and they didn't want to lay down all that well. I could not get those suckers to work that great with me, so anyway, I got them on, did the best I could with them. It's not looking too bad. I've still got to put the bumper on. I'm going to wait to put that rear bumper on, which is over here. I just put that license plate on, and that license plate fell apart on me too. It broke right in half in the water. You can kind of see that. I don't know if you can see that or not. I may have to put my hand behind it, but you can see that it broke apart. So I was kind of sad that all that broke apart. I was doing really well. I at least wanted the finish and the decals and everything looked good, but didn't quite turn out that way. I hit all the hood pins and everything with the Molotov pin. There's 5 up front, and then there's 2 in the rear. But this all came out pretty good. So now I'm going to tag onto the back of this video the finished product. Once all that sheet metal goes on and the body is on, then I'll tag that video onto the back of this. So give me a second here, fellas, and we'll pull some magic, and it'll be a completed model. All right, fellas, there she is, the MPC Pontiac GTO Super Stocker. Didn't turn out too awful bad. I had a lot of issues with the decals. The ones on top went on fairly decent, but those big 77 on the side, both sides, they fell apart when I put them in the water, and I just had a terrible time with those, and they didn't want to lay down all that well. So I did the best I could with them. I already had that 77 on top, so I had to get those on the side. Let me show you what I use here. You all know I use the unicorn tiers, that Mr. Color leveling thinner. And here was the original color I was going with, the Tamiya X6 orange, the acrylic paint, and I just thought that was too orange, so I decided to mix a little bit of this X7 paint with it, and that's the color I came out with that's on the body there. Kind of like that a little bit better. Kind of toned down that orange. Now those decals, let me show you the sheet here. Look how, see how those decals are messed up? I don't know what. I decided not to put the ones on that go the length of the body because they were red anyway, and they would have probably blended in. I did not shoot any clear on this body. It's just got the paint on it, and then it was polished. I didn't want a super shiny body. I think it came out a little bit too shiny anyway, but I did not shoot any clear on this. Now that front glass, it's a one piece. The rear and the front, it's a one piece, has the piece in between it. And somebody had made the comment that you need to cut that center section out because the roll cage will hit it and it won't allow the body to go down. So that was the first thing I did. I cut that center section out. But then when the back glass went in nice, but the front glass, the position where it fits the best, that's where I put it. And I thought I had it in the right spot, so I did a trial fit, and it was way too low, and it was hitting the dash, causing the front end to not want to go all the way down on the chassis. So I had to pull it back apart, pop that glass out, and scoot her up to get it to where it would fit and miss the dash. But in that position, it doesn't fit all that well on the around the A-pillars here. So anyway, I got her in there, and it doesn't look all that bad. Those wheels, that's what I painted with the titanium silver. To me is rattle can, the TS colors. I'll show you the sheet metal here in a minute when I tip it up, but we'll just take a tour around the whole car here. I had trouble with the if you look at the rear end of this thing, the wheels on both sides, they look like they're sticking out about the same distance. Now when I initially put this together, it was sticking out too far on the driver's side, and I don't know if that was by design or not, but I didn't like it, so I actually had to cut the pin off the axle back there, the axle housing, and cut it a little bit short, and I had to add a new pin in and then fit those tires on. I like it better this way. This way, it's symmetrical. It looks, to me, it looks better this way. A lot of fitment issues on this model. The hood doesn't fit all that great, but I initially thought that the hood was warped, but it's not. It's these fenders that up here on top of the fenders, they're bowed down on both sides. So that's what gives you the gap right there. So wasn't really nothing I could do with that. So I just left it as is. Here's the exhaust that come out the side. Once you glue that in from the headers up here through there, you have to, when you go to fit that body on the chassis, you have to stretch the body over those. And well, I'll tell you what, it just felt like it was going to snap at any time, but I got her. And I wanted to make sure I only did it once, but I actually had to do it twice because I had to pull this back apart to reposition that windshield. But I got her on there and everything stayed together. So I'm a happy camper with that. Let me see if I can get this hood off of here now. We'll take a gander inside. There we go. All right, let me tip her up here for you fellas, and you can see the tubing in there for the frame. It's not it's a little wonky looking, but that's where I had to cut it apart to get it to work right because it was so warped. I wired the engine, and I'll tell you what, that was a chore to get those wires down around those pipes and everything. That was a chore. Let me show you the back bumper here. That back bumper was a little wonky. That was a weird, see, it has that piece on the bottom. It fits on pins. That fit pretty nice on the bumper, but that bumper was a little wonky fitting on there. And that decal, it broke apart on me too. The decal for the license plate, it broke apart too. I think all in all, it turned out not too bad. Like I said, it's not one of my better builds. It's not the worst. let me show you the sheet metal here. You can see in the back there all that sheet metal. See, it covers everything up. And then we'll swing it around here and I'll show you yeah. See all the sheet metal on the passenger side there? That just covers everything up inside, so you can't really see anything once the sheet metal goes on. But all in all, I think it turned out okay. I'm pleased with it. Let's see if we can get this hood back on here. Let me show you the hood. I did all the hood pins with the Molotov pin and the deck lid the same way, and did a little black wash on the grill there. But oh, I'm bumping everything now. Oh, I don't know if I can get that out of there now or not. There we go. All right. So, fellas, I think I'm about done with this one. This one was a chore. I don't see in the near future me buying any more MPC kits. I'm not going to say I won't buy them, I guess, but right now I haven't had that much luck with the MPC kits. So I'm just gonna, and you know, when I put kits together, I need all the help I can get. So I think I'm gonna steer clear of them here for a while and try and get some that are a little bit better quality. So anyway, fellas, I think I'm going to wrap this up. That's about all I got for the MPC's Pontiac GTO Super Stocker. All right, I'm done.